So we're going to begin at step 9 from our StewMac manual, and we got quite a few things that we've got to do because we're going to be installing a lot of hardware in our chassis. So quite a bit to do here, but it's all necessary. Now, first thing we're going to do is take, let me get that out of the way for just a second. We're going to take these 2 grounding strips. So it's telling us to snip these ends. Why would you do that? Okay, I did not agree with snipping the metal from this grounding strip, so I decided to just drill out the hole a little bit. You got to be careful doing that because you can really wreck the metal, but I got by with it on this one. I'm hoping the second one will be just as easy. I'll let you see my progress on this one. Maybe these are a little longer, and just remove the insulation. So we're going to solder. This is the first time we actually get, no, second time we get the soldering gun out, a soldering iron for this job. Just trying to level it out so the solder goes where it's supposed to. And we want to do this middle part too. Just got to get hot enough to secure to the metal. Just like as if you were wiring a ground on a guitar pot or something. All right. They have our readied grounding terminal strips. On these 2 screws closest to the where the power tubes are going to go. power tube holes are right here. So step 10 is done. I'm leaving those wires like that for now. And there's something I want to show you about this issue. The speaker jacks, step 11. They're in this kit. There are 5 jacks that come with this kit that have 1, 2, 3 terminals. We're going to be using one of those 5 for one of the speaker terminals, but it's a specific speaker terminal, okay? And then there's one jack that only has 2 terminals, and this one is going to be used for speaker 2, but it's going to be the extension speaker jack. So we have the 3-pin or 3-terminal speaker jack, which is closest to the power tubes over here, and then we have the 2-terminal jack that is closest to the preamp tubes. So we've got to make sure that we get those right when we install these, okay? So you're for the most part, you're going to be using the speaker jack that has the 3 pins and that goes closest to the power tubes. Just something I thought I'd mention in case somebody gets confused on that. So alright, let's take these nut and the washer off. Okay. We want to make sure pin 1, I told you it was a 180-degree question. Pin 1, which is clearly labeled here on the socket, needs to be toward the opening of the chassis. We've got the 3 power tube sockets in, as well as the retaining clips. That's cool. Alright. Alright. Got the first one in, now one more. This one's a lot easier to get to. Alright. Can see it from this side. Anytime there's different size screws that can slow you down. Okay. Seriously. Right. So you notice where I kept a little bit of I didn't pull everything tight from the transformer, because you don't want to do that. see, it doesn't say anything about twisting the wires, so at this point I won't worry about it. But we have our wires now on the inside from the output transformer. Okay, so that is done. Nice and tight to where pin 3 is toward the open side of the chassis. So make sure pin 3 is right there. So, and the ground switch is the switch. There's actually 2 switches that come with this kit. You'll notice that one has 3 terminals. This other one has just 2. The one with 2 terminals is the power switch. Right now we're going to do the 3 terminal switch, which is for the ground. And something else that the instructions are not clear on at all. As best I can tell is you set the depth of your switch with this round nut here. And then that stays on the inside. And then on the outside you put your washer and the nut over it. I had to look at a picture of an actual champ amplifier to get that. Now we're going to mount with the 2 terminals are facing up, or the open part of the chassis per instructions. And I got to have a more depth than that. So let's see what kind of depth that gives us. And with the bottom terminal we want to clear the power transformer, so we're going to have to kind of set it deep a little bit. Yeah, just like that. Oh, but that's awfully. Well, I wonder why they want this straight up and down like this. Well, I know, yeah, I know why. Never mind. Next to our ground switch. This is plastic, so don't strip the threads. Just hand tighten. Should be. Take the channel locks and just give it a little extra oomph. Got those 2 in. Now we're going to do our lamp, which is a little more complicated if you're not used to it. Okay, so make sure this one's good and tight. Really good components, and StewMac is really making this process easy. It's just, you know, if you've never done it before, things are just new, and it can be a little difficult, but not impossible.